Alright, so what's up everybody? So this is the first video of the series of us converting a 96 Honda Accord station wagon into a truck. First a little bit, I'm just going to give you a little preview of the car, what's wrong with the car, etc. And give you a little walk around. So this is the car we bought. It's actually pretty clean. Haven't found any kind of rust. And the Carfax actually looked pretty good as well. The bad news about the car is I think it's a transmission problem. Bought it off Facebook Marketplace for $800, and the dude said he tried to change the filter and there's something wrong with the transmission filter. After doing some research, you can't change the transmission filter on this year. You actually have to do a whole engine rebuild and transmission rebuild. So when we got the car home, we tried to take it out of park, and well, it didn't work out. You had to slam it out of park, and same way with going back in the park. So we don't actually think there's nothing wrong with this transmission. I'm really hoping that it's actually just transmission shifter cables just came on loose or something, because as you can tell right here, hopefully you can see that this car only has 128,000 miles verified through Carfax. So there's no reason this transmission should already be going out. But as you can tell in the interior, I mean, it's got its age for the leather, but the dash isn't cracked. The door cards are pretty good. The back seats are like really great. I mean, this thing was really well taken care of, and I kind of feel bad that I'm going to chop it up, but it's better than me chopping an $800 car up than rather investing like $2,000 or $3,000 on a good truck and car and chopping that up. Because you know, freaking Facebook Marketplace people, they think their fucking 90s Honda Civic with 300,000 miles is some reason still worth $2,000 when it's really not. But so that's the preview of the interior. I'm gonna pop the trunk and I'm gonna pop the hood for you. Back here, it's a little stained, but literally it's like really clean. It even came with the original spare, which I have in the tent right here. As you can see though, he did let it sit for a couple months, and there's nothing wrong with that. We actually had to change the battery terminals out on this car, because when we put the battery in it, it just smoked. It wouldn't even turn over. It just started sparking and smoking. So after we changed the terminals out, or changed one of them out, we managed to actually get this car to run, and which I'll make another, probably include in this video, I'm not sure, but I'll definitely show the car running. Just gotta open the damn hood. So under the hood, it's pretty clean. I mean, there's a couple cobwebs and leaves and stuff like that, but everything was running fine. The only thing I noticed that's wrong with it, other than all the trash in it, is the power steering was actually leaking at some point, as you can tell. And so I think it needs to be changed. And the mass airflow sensor, I think that's what it was, or it might have been the auto control valve. It started acting funny, so we unhooked it and it actually ran great. But with that mass airflow sensor on, it was running like up and down RPMs, which was like kind of weird. But you know, the fans are working, surprisingly. He said something about these whatchamacallit down here, the I think it's the shift, the torque converter shift solenoids. That's right here. He said something about he has the part for it and he gave it to me to change it, but I haven't actually got to like fully inspect this, because you can tell it's kind of looks like it's kind of been jerry-rigged there, which makes me wonder that if that's just literally the problem here. But I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to like dig deeper in the car and check a few more things. But as you can see, we we're at the new positive, but we gotta finish doing the terminal on the negative because you can tell it's like literally like cracked in half. But other than that, I mean, this thing should clean up pretty easy. It shouldn't be that hard to do. And the good thing is it runs, just doesn't drive. But I found a couple of junkyards online that has a transmission assembly for like $600 and relatively low mileage. So I'm going to actually probably buy that and swap the transmission out after we try the shifter cable scenario and see if that fixes it or not. If it doesn't, no, I guess we'll go with a used transmission from the junkyard or something. But yeah, besides all this, you got the overview of the car. Now to tell you how we're going to do this and what our game plan is. Okay, so I'm going to eventually do a time lapse of us doing all this, but the goal is to roughly cut about right here in the roof all the way across, take these windows out, and then cut from like literally here all the way off, take the whole damn roof off and brace it inside with all the interior gone. Of course, the next part you'll see on this will be stripping this interior out to the bare bone of the metal. But I'm still torn between if I want to try to use this hatch to make it as the back area for this, or if I'm just going to like straight up get some aluminum and rebar or bars and make a little cage back here and then close it off with like a little Ford Ranger window pane. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll figure that out once we cut this roof off and get deep into this thing. But I gotta refill the damn air in the tires again. You say these are new tires, but these look okay, but the fronts are like bad, like cracked and all that. Looks like the bushing's bad over here too. I mean, I'm not gonna worry about suspension right now, but my goal is to convert this into a El Camino style truck. We'll probably lower it down. I'm not sure how low this car can go with that don't know the suspension piece right here, but that's sticking out like that. I know all the Accords in the older years have it like that, but we'll see how low we can drop the car, our truck I should say, eventually. But yeah, we done did the measurements. It's gonna be like a 6-foot bed once we do this, so you can pretty much call this a truck, not a ute. So we'll see how this all goes. So this next part you'll see will be a time lapse of us stripping this car out. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this, and if you want to see more, follow the build in progress, please subscribe to the YouTube channel or TikTok. And just any words of encouragement or tips you have, I'm all ears to listen, because it's the first time we've ever shot something this big. So hopefully y'all enjoy.